Meadows here on a beautiful early Friday morning in New York. Welcome to my next edition of the best gyms in America. Today we're at the East Coast Mecca, the legendary gym here in Syosset, New York. Bev Francis Powerhouse gym. The gym obviously needs no introduction. A lot of people talk about, there's no hardcore gyms anymore, this and that. Well, I wanted to show you all what this gym looks like. It's a phenomenal gym. I've trained here before. This was at the top of my list as well. This is one of the gyms I wanted to share with you. We're filming a lot of workouts here this weekend, so you'll see a lot more of the equipment in action, but let's go in and check this place out. So the first thing you see when you walk in, obviously, is the pictures on the wall of all the athletes. When I was growing up in the 90s at the gyms, one of my biggest goals was I wanted to have my picture on the wall at World Gym back where I trained. So you walk into this and the first thing you see is you get a sense of the history here. There's an awesome history here. Many champions have trained here. So here, the interesting thing is there's a lot of pictures of this guy right here, Kevin English, who's won many titles. And it just so happens, he's right here. Come and say hi to everybody.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? The King Kevin English.
I kind of lost count at how many titles he's won.
Three.
Three?
202 Mr. Olympias and 4 New York Pro titles.
So that's 7. He probably remembers more if I prod him. So Kevin is one of the legendary guys around here, and one of the interesting things, the most probably interesting thing to me about Kevin is his ability to make weight. And you guys saw what I had to do to make weight. Kevin came down a lot further than me. So this man knows how to suffer, and he knows how to become a champion. So it's pretty cool, Kevin, you're here. Mr. Olympia, I mean, that's pretty cool, walking into a gym and the first thing you see is Mr. Olympia. So does that give you a sense of the history when you walk in? First thing you see is pictures of Mr. Olympia. Pretty cool.
Thanks, Sean.
So we're going to walk around and check out the equipment. So let's go this way. So if we were to go over on the left-hand side, we'll do a quick tour over here. This is a lot of cardio equipment, but there's a boxing ring back here as well. Now, I'm not going to be doing any boxing anytime soon, but I think this is pretty cool because it draws in more athletes. And plus, a lot of people just like to have fun and box. Kind of reminds me of my kids. My kids would love it here. I've actually shot a few videos here, back here, standing by the boxing ring. But, so we got a boxing ring back here, all kinds of boxing equipment. So this is kind of an interesting part of the gym. More pictures here on the wall. You see pro football players, you see a bunch of Jets, you see some Giants here. I won't hold that against them being an Eagles fan. I'll let that one slide. All right, so now let's check out the equipment on this side of the gym. So you have a lot of various kinds of knowledge equipment here. This whole section here is kind of arm stuff. Any kind of curl or extension on your arm you can imagine is here. Yesterday I looked at some chest and back stuff here I wanted to show you. But this area right here, you'll see just a lot of different curls and different tricep stuff. Some ab benches. But basically this section here is your arm section. Over here is the dumbbell rack. Of course, you got to see the dumbbells. All kinds of good, basic, heavy dumbbells and benches. Like one of the things you look for in a good gym is, do they have the right basic equipment? Do they have good dumbbells? Do they have good barbells? So this is where that's looking at. Now, let me show you some really cool shoulder stuff over here. This is a pretty cool piece right here. This is a row. This is an Arsenal row. We actually used this yesterday to do our rear delts on. rowing here with dumbbells for rear delts. Obviously you can use, so here's kind of a unique little row piece of equipment for rows. You can row right here. You can also turn around and row right here, but that's pretty unique. So here's a nice little fly machine right here. I like to finish chest workouts with machines like this. You can get a real good stretch on this. See that stretch right there? Great piece of equipment there. Now look at all these different side lateral machines over here. We have an old hammer strength one here. We have a Body Masters one here. This is an older carrying piece right here. So this way. More side laterals here. Here's a rear delt. Here's a rear delt machine right here. Ooh, somebody was strong. It was on this. So, cool machine there. Of course, you got all the pressing machines here too. Got four racks right here. And then you got benches all along the wall back here. You got incline barbells everywhere. Here. We'll sneak through here. A couple really cool pieces of chest equipment here. There's a hammer machine over here. We're going to do a chest video here, so you're going to see us using this machine here. This hammer machine here, it feels really good when you lock it out. Some chest equipment, you'll notice I don't quite lock out. That one actually feels good to lock out. Drills in your lower pecs. But again, watch our chest video. So we're going to go back to this other machine over here. This one is really cool. It's a Body Masters. What I want you to watch is the arch in the movement. So watch the, see how they come together? This is actually one of my favorite chest machines right here. Feels really good, and I love that kind of arch. You get a little bit of adduction in there for your pec. And then if you want the ultimate old school chest press, like one of the best machines I've ever used was the old Flex Press, and they have one of those here. Right here. So this is the old plate-loaded flex machine, we used to call it. Great for stretching your chest out, really good. It's called a leverage press. Get a really good stretch here. Real good angle. In the 90s, that used to be my favorite chest machine. That's absolute beauty of a machine there. Now, I think if you ask people what's one of the pieces of equipment that we miss the most in gyms, a lot of people would say it's the Nautilus pullover machine. So, we have a regular pullover machine here. It's more plate loaded, but check this out. We have an old chain one here. Feels fantastic. 2 pullover machines in a row. Pullover is one of the most underrated exercises ever. And not only do we have, obviously you can see the old equipment here, there's some new stuff here. There's some stuff here that I haven't seen before. So check this out. So this is Panada. I've never heard of that until this weekend. Apparently it's an Italian company. But here's one of the rows, but this is called a super row. So there's all kinds of angles you can change. But what really caught my eye is this one. Check this one. Is this one cool or what? Look at this. Upper back, lower lats. Right here. Pretty cool. Like we're going to do back. We're going to do a back video. We're going to use this. Here's a nice T-bar here that's pretty cool. So look at this. You can move the bar right where you want it. You can slide it this way or that way. It's got like a camber in here, so you can pull it up higher. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing this week too. This feels phenomenal. That might be my favorite T-bar row I've ever done right there. And I love the versatility right here. Crazy. So we've got all kinds more machines over here, lat pull downs and various kinds of rows. But now, the measure of a gym, it's the leg equipment. This whole room is leg equipment. So let's go check out the leg room. Look at this big behemoth of a leg press right here. I'm not even really sure what it is, or who makes it, I should say. But to see the leg press. Now, one of the things I always liked on leg presses, I actually like the little small platforms. Everybody else hates those. But here's an example of one I like. It's pretty basic, right? This is as basic as it gets. Now, if you want something a little more fancy, something I absolutely love, and I have a feeling in about an hour we're going to be doing this. It's the Arsenal pendulum squat here. So this is nice because it takes pressure off your lower back, easy on your knees. So as you can see, the weight's loaded there. Be on the lookout for a leg training video. We're going to be training on this, but I've never used the Arsenal one. I've used the Atlantis one at various gyms. I love pendulum squats, so that's really cool right there. Got a squat machine here. Of course, you got all the squat racks. You got to have squat racks. And for those who like the bigger leg presses with the bigger platforms, of course, you got that here. If you like the Cybex ones that kind of rotate your ankles as you go, right here, you got that. Sneak through here. We got a pitch shark right here for belt squats, if you like belt squats. Right there. So for those of you who have trouble putting a heavy bar on your back, like unfortunately I do these days, this is made by a company called Pendulum. The new one's called a Squat Pro Plus, but it's a Squat Pro. Get in here, unhook it right here. I absolutely love these. You probably saw me doing them in Chicago. This is one of my favorite pieces of equipment right here. Absolutely love it. Got more leg presses over here. This one you can turn into a single leg, or you can do both legs. Here's another leg press over here. It's a hammer one, it's a unilateral one. Of course, you gotta have a good hack squat. I like the old Precor hack squats, and I like the old Icarian ones. They're the simplest ones, but here's an Icarian one. I've always really liked the really simple hack squats. This one and the Precor are the two that I like the most. Then you got more down here. Another kind of like a V-squat type machine right here. Got a new glute machine here. So you just put that pad over your waist and you can do hip thrust for your glutes there. Now, not only do you have to have good quad and hamstring equipment, you have to have calf equipment. So I want to show you what may be my favorite thing here in the whole gym. Notice anything interesting about this? Well, so back in the 90s when I was training at John Perillo's in Cincinnati, all of our calf machines had these handles. These allow you to do 4 reps. So let's say you're doing a set. And let's say you can't get any more reps. So now you can push yourself up. You can push yourself up. You can give yourself some help by using these. Great way to do 4 reps. Absolutely awesome. And for the life of me, I don't know why more gyms don't have these handles. But this gets me pretty excited. And then right beside it, we have a donkey raise. We have another standing calf. You can never have too much calf equipment. And I believe I saw something else yesterday. Let's walk over here. Let's keep our eyes open. Let's go right here. Let me sneak through here and look at what we have here. Of course, it's the old tibia machine right here. So if you want to train your tibia, we got that. You guys know I love the superset tibia work with gastroc work. Of course, you got a bunch of seated machines there. All right, hi everybody. So back at the East Coast Mecca, and I am super excited to be here. Now, somebody I've known a long time who needs no introduction is this gentleman right here, Steve Weinberger. I still have my 1999 Mr. USA. Remember when you guys used to mail out our placings?
Yes.
And it was funny, like, I look back and I was looking at that, and like you called the right placing in all the classes. Like you were the judge that had it all right.
Thank you.
Pretty cool. But I've known this guy for a long time, and this gym is obviously one of the most famous gyms in the world. When did you open up here? Like, what's the
We started looking in '86, put it all together, opened up in '87, and been rolling ever since.
So when you started here in '87, did you have a vision to, like, did you picture this turning out to be the way it is now?
No, we grew with the gym. You know, we started with 5,000 square feet, and we just kept expanding and expanding and expanding until finally it grew into what it is.
Okay. Was there ever did you ever have like one of those moments where you thought, man, like this gym has really like made it like world renowned? Do you remember ever like having something like that hit you where you just thought, wow, this is...
I think when Flex did an article and named it like the best hardcore gym in the country, I was like,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I think that might have hit me really hard then.
Yeah.
And then MD did, and then after that I was like, this is nice. And we just try to maintain it to keep up that standard.
Yeah, well, so one of the first things, well, this place is renowned for a lot of the older equipment that you have. A lot of the gyms I've been in, Steve, they'll have great equipment, and then they get rid of it.
I don't know.
They get rid of it. But one of the things, I just got done training, one of the things I noticed, that even since I've been here the last time, you've got new machines in, so you have kept all the good stuff, but at the same time, you're still keeping your eyes open for equipment.
I got my eyes open all the time, so if something looks good, we'll somehow fit it in the gym.
Yeah. Wait till you guys see this Italian equipment. He's got some bad stuff. This Italian, man, I saw that and I was like, whew, I can't wait to get on that. So in terms of, you travel all the time, you take care of the gym. People ask me this question a lot, so I want to ask you, like, what is it about this industry, man? You can't be in this industry this long without being passionate about it.
Right.
What is it about bodybuilding and gyms and training? What is it, that passion that keeps you going and going and going?
I love training. I love the gym business. I love the MPC and the IFBB, and it's been a great ride. It's been an awesome ride, and I'm still riding the wave.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you have a lot of respect for is your honesty. And one of the things, I just want to share this with you on camera, one of my most proud moments was I was posing here for you years ago, and I think Generation Iron was here, and you mentioned, man, it's going to be really hard for John to get a pro card. It's going to be really difficult for him. And And then I ended up getting my pro card, and not only that, I did the Tampa Pro and I got third, and I beat several Olympians. And you were the head judge, and I know that you're a tough judge and you've been a critique of me. So when that happened to me, I knew I had done something special with my genetics.
You did. You took a very, very muscular body with not the best genetics and turned it to a championship body.
That just, when that happened, like, I can't, like I remember seeing you in the hall, you probably don't remember it, but I just remember thinking, that was one of the best moments in my bodybuilding career. It really was, because the people that I respect the most are the people that are hard on me. And I had my very first coach I ever had was a guy that used to work for Perillo. And John was pretty tough on me, but this guy was really hard on me. We're best friends to this day. I have another guy, Dave Tate, that owns Elite FTS out there in Ohio, real hard on me. So I appreciate, I think more people need to have people around them that are honest with them, and can give them.
It's the only way to be, otherwise it's just bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, it's all fluff, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think now moving forward with your gym? Do you have any other plans with it?
Maintaining it, if anything new pops up, we get it. We're always flipping over cardio and always keeping our eyes open for new machines.
Okay. I saw some Rogers equipment that I thought was pretty cool. Squat Pro Plus and some pendulum squats.
Yes.
I saw another piece of equipment I think you'd like too. It's something coil. Can't think of the guy's name. Swing squat. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
That's a pretty cool piece.
Yeah, we've got the Arsenal one, which is really good.
Oh yeah, that's a pendulum style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being back in the back.
Casey's gonna do that on Saturday.
That's a good thing.
He's gonna do a lot of.
Me and all our shoes did a couple of days ago. We went hard.
That's a really good machine.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is, I want to wrap it up. I know you're busy, Steve, but what you've built here, man, has become legendary. And as a guy like me, I did my first show in 1985 when I was 13 years old. And I love this. And this, like, for me to come to a place like this and to be able to train here in this equipment, this atmosphere, this is a really special treat for me. So I just want to thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and you're welcome here anytime.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.